Why your cat sleeps facing away from you. To the uninitiated, a cat turning its back while sleeping beside you might feel like a quiet snub, a feline indifference delivered without so much as a whisker twitch. But this seemingly dismissive posture, so common among domestic cats, is far more nuanced than it appears. Understanding why cats sleep facing away from their owners requires a journey into feline psychology, evolutionary biology, and the surprisingly complex emotional world that cats inhabit. A language. Written in posture, cats are not vocal communicators by nature. Not with each other, at least. While they have developed a remarkably varied repertoire of meows, chirps, and trills largely for the benefit of humans, most of their communication with fellow felines is conducted through body language, scent, and subtle postural cues. Sleep positions are no exception. When a cat chooses where to rest and in which direction, it is making a statement, one that those attuned to feline behavior can read with surprising clarity. Facing away from you while sleeping is, in the feline lexicon, a gesture of profound trust. In the wild, a sleeping animal is at its most vulnerable. Its senses are dulled, its reaction time-delayed, and its awareness of the environment reduced. A cat that exposes its back, its least defensible side, to another being is communicating, without words, that it does not feel threatened by that presence. It is saying, in the most instinctual language available to it, I trust you to guard what I cannot see. The evolutionary logic of vulnerability. To appreciate the significance of this behavior, it helps to understand the cat's ancestral context. Domestic cats, Felis catus, are descended from the African wildcat, Felis libica, a solitary and highly territorial predator. In the wild, these animals were as much prey as predator, hunted by larger carnivores, even as they themselves hunted small mammals and birds. Sleep, therefore, was a dangerous necessity. Wild cats became highly attuned to positioning themselves so that at least one of their sensory fields was always oriented toward potential threats. In a multi-predator environment, sleeping with one's back to something, a rock face, a tree, another trusted animal, meant that the vulnerable rear was protected and the senses could focus on the open space ahead. When your domesticated cat sleeps with its back toward you, it is, in a very real evolutionary sense, treating you like that rock face or trusted companion. You are the wall at its back, the safe anchor, the guardian of the space it cannot watch. Trust, not rejection. This distinction is critical and counterintuitive for many cat owners, particularly those who have grown up with the more openly demonstrative affection of dogs. A dog might press its face against yours, sleep on your chest, or stare into your eyes with unabashed devotion. Cats, by contrast, express love and security obliquely, in slow blinks, in the angle of a resting tail, and yes, in the direction their spine points while they sleep. When a cat curls up with its back facing you, it is not rejecting your company. It has chosen your company, and chosen it with the specific deliberateness that cats apply to almost everything. Cats are notoriously selective about where they sleep. They conduct invisible audits of warmth, scent, texture, sound, and safety before settling. If your cat consistently returns to sleep near you, regardless of orientation, that preference alone speaks volumes. The direction simply conveys the emotional texture of that trust. The role of scent and security. There is another layer to this behavior that goes beyond the symbolic. Cats experience the world primarily through scent, and the act of sleeping near a trusted person is, in part, an olfactory experience. A cat resting against or near your body is immersed in your scent. a scent that, over time and repeated positive association, becomes a signal of safety. Turning away does not diminish this. In many cases, a cat sleeping with its hindquarters pointed toward you may still be pressing its back gently against your leg or side, maintaining physical contact even while facing outward. This outward-facing orientation also allows the cat to keep watch. Even in a domestic environment, the cat's guarding instincts remain intact. By facing away from you and toward the room, the cat is not merely comfortable, it is, in its own mind, performing a kind of dual function, resting while simultaneously monitoring the environment. You become the rear guard. It takes the forward position. It is, in the most literal sense, watching your back while trusting you to watch its own. Variations and individual personalities. Of course, not all cats are the same, and sleep behavior varies considerably with personality, upbringing, and the quality of the human-cat bond. Some cats, particularly those socialized extensively as kittens, may face their owners directly, rest their heads on human legs, or curl into the crook of an arm. These cats may have developed a slightly different framework for vulnerability and closeness, one that accommodates greater face-to-face intimacy. Other cats, especially those with more guarded temperaments or those who came to domestic life later, may only gradually begin sleeping near their owners at all. The first time a formerly aloof cat settles near you with its back turned is not a disappointment. It is, by feline standards, a significant milestone of affection. Reading the whole picture. Ultimately, interpreting any single feline behavior in isolation risks missing the larger portrait. A cat that sleeps facing away from you, but who greets you at the door, who vocalizes when you are absent, who needs the blanket beside you before lying down. That cat is communicating love in every gesture, across every waking and sleeping moment. The turned back is simply one brushstroke in a larger painting. So the next time your cat settles in beside you, curls up, and points its tail squarely at your face, resist the urge to feel slighted. Instead, understand that you are witnessing something quietly extraordinary. An animal shaped by millions of years of evolutionary caution, choosing, freely, deliberately, instinctively, to let its guard down in your presence. That, in the world of cats, is about as close to a declaration of love as it gets.